Well, I'm really excited today because we're gonna do the first ultrasound on the baby to see how far along I truly am, and maybe they can even find or figure out the sex of the baby if I'm far along. We'll see. So I'm super excited. Ben is taking a nap and we're all gonna go together. So here we go. Daddy's off of work. He just peeked out the door. So we'll see you at the doctor's office.
Look at some anatomy first before we go into play mode, if you will.
Okay.
Here comes the goop. And the goop is the sound conductor. And that's what's going to allow the sound wave to pass through you. Now, are you scheduled to see anyone when I'm done today? Or did you just see it?
Yes, after the nurse.
Okay, so we got to get started then. Great. If you want to scooch in, that chair gets kind of pushed back. You'll see better. But it sees in shades of gray. And basically it's the brighter or the whiter, the denser, the harder. And you're definitely not 16 weeks pregnant. You know that now. I'm seeing a real little embryo.
Okay. So it's less than
well, I
4.
haven't taken any measurements, but I'm going to say you might be about 11 weeks.
11, okay.
I'm going to push on you, okay?
Okay.
At what, when would the gender be?
Depends what kind of test you have, but with ultrasound, the way we determine gender is look between the legs. Real scientific.
Yeah.
So that's usually about 16 weeks. But you are pregnant. There is a little early embryo there.
Look at that
it's
little.
starting to move. Stretch out. Okay, I'm just going to freeze that because it's in a position for me to get a measurement.
Are you able to print out a few?
No, but what we're going to do is use a vaginal probe. And yeah, you'll print out pictures.
Okay.
Try to make yourself comfortable. And you've had this done, right?
Yeah.
So, with ultrasound, we're looking at shades of gray. And basically, it's the brighter or the whiter, the denser, the harder. So bones would be bright, bright white. Black is fluid, and then all the grays are the tissues in between. The other feature of sonar imaging is that we're just seeing slices. So these ultrasound probes, both of them, are kind of like flashlights in the respect that there's a beam coming out the end of the probe. And what we see on the monitor is what the beam is shining through. So we're not seeing everything at one time. Aim this beam up into your uterus. There it is, moving around. I'm going to make the image a little bigger. On the space right behind the head here. So this is real magnified. You can see the heart beating. I'm going to line the beam up with the very center of this little one again and measure from the top of the head to the base of the spine, from crown to rump, right on the edge there. I'm measuring just a little less than the other one. Let's see if I can get it just to match. Come back. I'm going to push on you a little bit. So this one's still an embryo. It's not quite a fetus yet. There we go. That's a good rump shot.
How big is an embryo, or how big would you guess that is?
It's measuring about 1.25 inches.
Oh, just.
So here I'm going to measure it again from top of the head to base of the spine. And this is the consistent measurement. You are 10 weeks and 1 day pregnant with April 18th as your due date.
Wow.
4/17/17?
No, it's 4/18/17.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is a repeatable
This one
measurement.
changed the date, okay.
And the vaginal probe, you can see the margins a little clearer. The dots are smaller.
I see.
That's amazing. You can tell just like that.
Again, you can see the heart beating. It's still an embryo, so the head is big in comparison to the body.
Right.
Its extremities are kind of short. There's a little arm. Where the cord comes out of the body, the belly button is big and prominent.
There's not another one in there, right?
No, I checked the corners, although I need to document it. But the other reason why I wanted to come vaginal is, again, there's different issues at different stages. And the biggest issue at this late embryonic fetal stage is the space behind the neck. And you might have had that done before. It's called the nucleolucency scan. It's done between 12 and 13 weeks. But if this space behind the neck is enlarged, that's a significant marker for abnormal chromosomes.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted to make sure I could get this space nicely. And at this point, it's normal. Now, it doesn't fit into the criteria of when we do this, the official nucleolucency scan, which is done between the 12th and 13th week. But if it's enlarged at that stage, it would be enlarged today too. And I'm getting an absolutely normal nuchal measurement, and that's a reassuring issue.
Is that overall, or is it just one part of the health of the baby?
Again, with ultrasound, different issues at different stages.
Yeah.
But in the late embryonic, early fetal stage, the most significant marker or feature that raises a red flag for abnormal chromosomes is a thickened nuchal space.
Okay.
Now, the official measurement is done between 12 and 13 weeks. Mm-hmm. You know, you're 10 weeks, so it's not the official, what they call an NT scan. Mm-hmm. But again, I wanted to make sure I got a good measurement of it, just to make sure that we didn't have that issue early on. As reassurance, I guess, the best way to say it.
As far as you can tell, it's a healthy baby so far.
Well, there's no nuchal thickening, so there's no markers at this point. And again, markers are features that raise a red flag for abnormal chromosomes. Now I'm going to fan this beam way over towards your right side, so I'm out of the uterus. And come way to your right, to your left, and then I'm going to come down low.
Just one sibling for Brendan.
And
right?
I just checked the corners. There's
Just
only one.
He wants to.
That's okay.
What I'm going to measure here
Daddy's okay with that.
is the length of your cervix to show that your cervix is long and closed, and that the implantation of the sac is exactly where it's supposed to be, which is up in the top of your uterus. Your little one is now awake, so I'm going to aim back up at it and make the image bigger. And of course now it's going to curl up and go to sleep. There we go. So now the head's at the other end, so we change the angle. It's looking away from the probe. It's a backwards profile. Again, where the cord comes out of the body, its belly button, which is right here, is big and prominent. Because actually what happens at this stage, which is normal at this stage, is the intestines actually come out of the body and go up into the cord, and then they rotate and go back in. So on the next ultrasound, we look at that area very carefully and make sure all the intestines went back in. But that's why this is kind of bright and bulgy here. That's that cord. And then the arms and legs start off kind of short. And they're real skinny. So here's the two legs that are kind of coming out. And at this early stage, they're kind of bow-legged, and they almost touch at the feet. Can you guys see the two little legs there? Swing back around. And they're embryo, so I'm going to put a cursor in the chest.
That's interesting, the information you have.
Yeah, it's amazing. You can tell all that.
Well, yeah, there's different things we look at different stages. So let me push the right button in the right order here. No, now it's going to move, so I'm going to hold still and you'll see it do its little rock and rolling. It's looking away from the probe. Again, I'm not moving at all. But can you see where the face is? How it was looking down, now it's going to turn. Little hand coming up. Again, I'm going to freeze this because what you can see there is the brightness of the jaw and the palate. See how bright they are? And those are the first bones that ossify the earliest. So the brighter the whiter, the denser the harder. There's a backwards profile. A little hand going into his face. Okay, so push the right button in the right order so I can get a heartbeat.
That's fascinating. Who is that, Brenda? That's your little sister.
So that shows a normal rhythm. And then her heart rate is 174 beats a minute. Absolutely normal.
See, she just said her heart rate.
For good luck.
Or did
We'll say why we can.
Okay.
There you can almost see the two hemispheres of the brain. And then there's the little arms that come up on each side of the chest. Heart's within the chest. And those little legs. And your little one.
That's great. Does it work, Brookie?
Okay, now I just You need to document your ovaries. So I'm just going to show that its home is hospitable, basically. I'm going to push here. And then come way over on your left. So not quite as far as what your menstrual history indicates.
Okay.
But now we have a measurement of how old it is. And again, the
Okay.
accuracy is plus or minus 6 days. For sure there's only one. For
Okay.
sure it's in the right place. I'm going to come and scan abdominally again.
Okay.
Your anatomy is normal. And there's no markers at this stage.
Markers mean
Meaning any features that raise a red flag.
Oh, good.
So now you're going to push yourself up. And I'm going to see if I can
Yeah, you can't tell.
there's normal fluid at this point.
Oh, okay.
You know, they probably measured it by measuring the deepest pocket in each corner and adding it up.
It was later in the pregnancy.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were kind of concerned with it, but.
Yeah, worst case scenario is not having enough fluid.
Oh,
The problem with having too much fluid is you get bigger than you think you should be.
okay. Yeah, it was.
And then you never know where the head's going to be because the baby's still swimming around.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the concern with too much fluid. All right, come back the other way. In pregnancy, there's just different issues at different stages. And we scan different on different stages. So this one's on the side looking up towards your heart. I'm trying to get the front of the face. Make it bigger, just move it around. Make it a little grayer. Moving. When I first started, I had a little bit of the front profile. Still a little too deep. So always the top of the screen is where the probe is. So we're scanning through you and through your little one.
So you think I had a period after May
Oh,
28th?
I don't know. Yeah, that I can't comment on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember if I did.
Well, I can, but I won't. Just kidding.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah. And so, sometimes, menstrual cycles aren't real regular, so you can't use your menstrual date to date your pregnancy anyway. Yeah, a little too little to get a little face. That's what I was trying to get. Almost. Just a little too deep, a little too small. Again, here's the fluid. So the sac is normal. Definitely only one. Definitely in the right place. And no nipple lucency. Again, now I can see it there a little bit better. Then if I put it on actual size, there we go. This is actual size. So that's really how big it is in there. You can see, yeah. What would be that big?
Wow.
Tiny little hands and feet there.
Yep. At this point, we just call them extremity buds. They're there.
Are they just little webs?
Well, they start off as little buds and they go out. The fingers and the feet are still kind of webbed, but it's just too small detail to see on the picture.
Ball show, ball show. Beanie. All right.
Your face.
He does a little grandpa face. It's so funny.
Okay, let's show the monkey. Blue monkey. Can you say yellow?
Hello.
Yellow. And butterfly? Show your finger. Where's your butterfly? Finger. Finger. Butterfly. Butterfly. Here's another one. Turn the page. You can turn the page. Whoops. The whole book. Turn the page. Just this page.
Oh, what?
Oh, another monkey. Another butterfly. Yellow. Yellow and blue. One lonely monkey swings all on his own. He doesn't want to chatter and grows quiet all alone. Oh, he's a little sad. You want to be his friend? Sad, sad.